my bus by one lousy minute. So I've got to wait another quarter of an hour, I suppose, for the next one. It'll probably be late. Typical. It's quite warm out here now. It's quite cold inside the hospital. So yeah, definitely warming up in Cairns today. And apparently we're supposed to have a few days of sunshine coming up. I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, apparently some dry weather ahead. So we'll see. Anyway, it's always nice to get back outside, and I'll go to Smithfield, do some shopping, and then head home and have my morning coffee early afternoon. That's okay, I'll still appreciate it. I love having my Vietnamese style coffee. So yeah, I don't have much luck with this bus stop. It's I tend to miss buses all the time. Anyway, I see they've got that little device there they've put in Kinetic, so you can actually scan your mobile if you've got an internet connection. But they've also got the actual timetable up there as well, which is what they don't have at Kowara Beach at the terminus. So for some reason it's just a blank with no times on it, so I don't know why that is. That bus turned the corner there is actually a Palm Cove bus. It has different liveries. I didn't even know it was actually one of the Kinetics buses, and I didn't hail it, so it just went straight past and I could have caught the bloody thing. Jeez, it's frustrating on public transport at times. What I have to do is just hail every bus. I can't see the numbers, that's the problem, because I'm short-sighted. So if I look down this direction, I can't see the number of the bus from a distance. So if I see any buses coming, I've got to hail every one of them on the off chance it's mine, because they're not running the schedule at the moment. Because I thought the one that passed by before was actually the 110, but I don't think it was. I think that one was just late. I was actually waiting around the corner. I could actually hear the bus idling before I'd actually turned around the corner in Poolwood Road, so they must make a bit of noise. So I didn't have to walk all the way home from Cook Highway. That's good, because that's quite a hike. So happy. It's actually quite a nice breeze at the moment, but I wouldn't want to be walking too far. Still quite sunny, still got quite a kick to it. So I didn't get my bottle of wine, that's the only thing. If I stopped off at the bottle shop, I would have missed the bus, so it doesn't matter. Oh, just looking forward to my coffee, my Vietnamese coffee, filtered coffee with condensed milk. Wednesday morning, just before 11 o'clock, just about to head off down to the Trinity Beach GP just to get my redressings done after the big op. And it's clear skies today, no moisture around. It's about 28 degrees, feels like 32, so it's probably going to be a bit more taxing than the previous ride. Even though it was wet, it was a bit cooler, but you know, it'll be okay. One thing was interesting today, I got onto logged into my bank account, and the Commonwealth Bank provided a whole list of places that can provide assistance to people who are, say, on pensions or in other areas as well. They had about 30 on the list, and I actually found a couple of things I wasn't aware that I could get for free. As a matter of fact, the glasses I got from Specsavers, I reckon I could have got them for nix if I'd told them I was on a pension. I thought they knew that already, but anyway. So there's so many things you can get. It's quite extraordinary, this country. It's can be quite an easy place to live unless you're looking to buy a new home, or if you go down to the supermarket and you find the exorbitant prices for groceries these days, really going up. My favourite cheese, sliced cheese, has gone up from about $6 a couple of years ago. Now it's up to $9. So that's like 33% increase. It's just crazy stuff. Hopefully it's the worst of it over. Getting out of the GP's office. yeah, everything's going according to plan with the healing, my wound, but it's quite deep, and apparently it's like a root canal, it goes off on an angle, and they have to make sure it stays open so that the whole area, the whole wound heals, rather than leaves a little cavity there which could lead to another sort of abscess type growth, so you don't want that. I also found out that Miami, the road up there, which is going to connect from Trinity to Kawara, they're holding back on opening it up because of ergon. They've got to get the lighting sorted apparently, so just found that out from the nurse, so information you get is interesting. The skin of this helmet doesn't come off because it has come off before, so I've tried to push it back on, but I'll need some more glue, and of course it's got the attachment there, so I want to make sure it's quite secure, because I've got the camera attached, so I don't want that coming off while I'm doing some filming. So I won't be doing any filming on this helmet until I fix it. Just checking out a YouTuber today, a Russian guy who's moved from Russia, and he was saying that Coca-Cola are still selling their product in Russia using a third company name. It's exactly the same product, and it's just basically corporate shenanigans to basically to bust these sanctions. And it's pretty poor, I think. At least McDonald's are open and they just pulled out, but Coca-Cola appears to be doing a dirty and basically sanction busting, and that's pretty piss poor in my opinion. Now I'm heading off to the beach house. Quite a nice breeze actually. It's not too bad. So oh God, oh, crap in the letters again. Well, it looks like I've dodged that bullet anyway, because I mentioned to my GP today, and she's actually sent me a PDF just saying that basically take me off the list. I'm basically a physical wreck. Didn't mention mental wreck, but that's probably implied. But anyway, yeah, she basically said that she said she's had 5 of them this month. So maybe this is a very quirky door. This gate. Trying to get that locked is going to take a bit of work. It's a strange locking mechanism here. Yeah. Anyway, she said she's had five patients that she's had to refer. Oh, finally, it's a very touchy sort of lock. Anyway, I got that done. So, yeah, they're really nice down there at the Trinity Beach at the GPs. They're lovely receptionists, and they sent me a PDF. So I just attached it to the electronic questionnaire that they sent out from the government about jury duty, and it's been lodged. So presumably they'll accept that, and they'll move on to their next victim, who will probably be down this street. I think they're working around Kawara at the moment. So Yvonne and Steve may find themselves also called up. You never know. They're in much better shape than me, so unfortunately for them, they may have to do their civic duty. So that was good. I got all that done, and so that was just yesterday. I received that letter. So where did I put that letter? I thought I got. Oh, yes, I put it in my back pocket, didn't I? Yeah, trying to work out where I put that letter. Yeah. Anyway, so that's sorted. They also helped me out today because Yvonne delivered some glue, woodworking glue, which was ideal for adhering the skin of my bike helmet to the foam. Trouble is, once I patted back on the skin to the foam, it's now super adhesive again. I can't get it off, so I can't even use that glue they kindly gave me. So I'll give it back to them now. Seeing they're just around the corner, it's no big deal. It's Monday, and made it to the big 6-8. Hard to believe. And I'm going to head off to the GP to have my dressings redone. And it's a warm one. There's a bit of cloud in the sky, thank God. It's 29 degrees, apparently feels like about 33. And so I'll take this one nice and slowly. And looking forward to getting into the air-conditioned comfort of the GP's office. So it'll be good in the reception area. And flies, a lot of flies too. Did the mowing yesterday, which is well needed, and you can see the remnants of that. And I'll just head off on the bike now, take it nice and easy. Got to the GP without any hassles, 19 past 11. It only takes about 10 minutes max. So this time I remembered to bring my backpack so I could get the lock on, so I don't have to take it to pathology. Anyway, I'll head inside into the air-conditioned environment. Stuff done, but actually it's healing really well, but boy, it's warm. You can feel the warmth coming out of that aircon office. Okay, wasn't too hard to lock the gate. I've worked it out, just got to keep jiggling the thing. It's a strange locking device. Don't know what's happened to the plovers. They seem to have scarpered. Very unusual. Yes, I think I'm getting a little fitter because the weather's definitely got warmer again. As soon as the rain stopped, temperature gauge has gone up, and it's only a little past 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's already warm here. So normally I expect temperatures in Cairns to start abating about late March, so we're not far off. Another week should do it, and hopefully if the pattern follows the usual pattern, then we might get a bit of relief. But according to the long-term forecast I saw for about 5 days, we've got sunny days ahead of us, although that can easily change. So it's nice that the place is dried out, but the negative side of it is it's quite warm here. And my push bike ride yesterday was one of the hardest ones because it was actually quite warm when I went to the surgery. It was around 11 o'clock in the morning, so quite warm. Not sure what the weather's like in Bali, but I'll be staying in a different part of Bali, not Sanu, which is on the east coast. I'll be on the west coast, just north of Kuta in Legian, and there might be a bit of a breeze there. But one thing that did happen to me on my previous trip to Bali, I got heat stroke because I've never encountered this before, but I walked quite a long distance down the main road in Sanur, and you know, I was really feeling it, and I started getting foggy vision, and it was so bad I had to stop at a cafe and have a cold drink just to get before I went back to where I was staying. I was staying a lot further away from where where the bars and other food outlets are compared to where I'm going to be. It's going to be right in the centre of action, so I won't have that long distance to travel to get the basics like food and grog and what have you, and the beach is not far, 600 metres, and that might be a cool breeze coming off that anyway. But again, I'm not quite sure what the weather is like in Bali this time of year. Probably doesn't vary that much anyway, being tropical near the equator. But it's going to be warm in Vietnam though, but not as wet as my last trip. So that's the good news. So if it sticks to the to what the averages are. So that doesn't necessarily happen, but anyway. Normally you get all the school kids coming here. Oh, that might... No, I don't know if it's Monday. I think it's every day of the week. Yeah, they normally... the school bus normally turns up before I get here, but... no show today. And no plovers. Very strange. I'm definitely cursed when it comes to this bus stop. I just missed another bus at the 110. Went straight past me as I was walking across the road over there. I have incredibly bad luck catching buses here. Only occasionally do I catch them at the right time. Good run home, as it turned out. I didn't miss the 1:10 bus at the hospital. It actually was the next bus there, so the one that went past must have been some other bus. And I got my shopping done pretty quickly in time to catch the 1:11. I just got off with about a minute to spare, so that was good too. So I'm just walking home now, and it's pretty warm. Get as much shade as I can, but it's not too far to walk because the bus driver dropped me off at the informal bus stop just here, which is a little bit closer than the one down the road there. So that was nice of him. Okay, so got that redressing done yesterday, but it came off when I had my wash, so when I had a shower today, so had to get it redone by the nurses today. Another nurse that actually does quite a bit of bike riding. She rides half hour from Redlynch into the hospital, which is quite a decent ride, I would have thought. I thought Redlynch was quite hilly, but she claims it's not too bad, and she goes through a couple of parks on the way and avoids a lot of the roads, so good on her. So some pretty fit nurses out there. Well, there's a lot of people into physical activity up here. It's not unusual. It's a pretty healthy lifestyle. So, yeah, I like that. Still can't do much about this bloody foot of mine. It is a bit dodgy, the left foot. It's not super painful, it just doesn't feel right. It's a little bit of soreness. And that'll be tested quite a bit when I go overseas. I do a lot of walking then, and I won't have access to a push bike, I don't think, like I did last time. And you don't just do that for normal getting about anyway. So, although I know in Saigon, even District 7 now, they've got the pay-as-you-go bikes, so you can use your credit card and hire the bike out on an hourly basis. So maybe that's worthwhile doing. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.